Welcome back to the light-filled community, chosen one. You are present. This message has come to you at an ideal time. This isn't an accident. This is your confirmation if you've ever felt hatred, rejection, or unjustified attack. You're not imagining things. You aren't insane. You are one of the chosen people. The hatred you are feeling is not common. It has a spiritual dimension. Today I'll give you an insight that the majority of people will never comprehend. Following this, your perspective on hatred and rejection will be permanently altered. You will understand why the vast majority of people harbor animosity toward the chosen ones, and why this animosity is meaningless. Before we proceed, if you are certain that this message is for you, please leave a comment and let your spirit confirm it. Additionally, click the like button, as this content is your safe zone. Your divine guidance in a world that attempts to dim your radiance. Take care. It was never intended for you to comply. It was never intended that you should be liked by everyone. The fact that people harbor animosity toward you without justification is evidence of your identity. You've been aware of it your entire life. Since childhood, others have had different perceptions of your appearance. Some people admired you, while others were envious or resentful of you. Upon entering a room, people responded without saying anything. You've often wondered, why do people treat me this way? Today you'll get your answer. The world does not look down on ordinary people. It does not harbor ill will toward those who follow the crowd. However, the world will always have a problem with those who are unique, those who walk in truth, and those who shine light in dark places. What the world cannot control is feared. Furthermore, those who were chosen are incapable of being managed. The energy is transferred to each location where you go. Whether you realize it or not, you are telling the truth. Furthermore, it causes discomfort for some people. The truth is that they do not harbor ill will toward you. They hold hostility toward your ideology. Their ire is directed at the power within you, the light you carry, and the goal you strive to achieve. This goes beyond simple opinions. This is something spiritual. Your selection has a fundamental impact on the system. You were sent to this location to awaken people and break generational curses, as well as bring knowledge, healing, and change. And do you really believe that darkness would accept that? False. Fear, deception, and lies rule this world. When you present yourself with clarity, truth, and divine wisdom, you endanger those who are comfortable with deception. This is why, as you begin to embody your authentic self, the number of attacks rises, friends turn into adversaries, family members betray you, and strangers go to great lengths to undermine you. Initially, you may wonder, what went wrong? However, the truth is that you did not commit any crimes. You did something commendable. Your spirit irritates those who have chosen to live in the dark. I need your help today to understand this situation. This is not a form of retaliation. You have demonstrated your authority by doing this. The enemy does not target vulnerable people. See, individuals with the most purpose are the most targeted. Congratulations if you have been rejected, isolated, unjustly hated, or falsely accused. And the sooner you realize this, the sooner you will stop wasting your energy on people who were never meant to understand you. You are not like the majority. Others cannot see the world the way you do. You can pick up on details that others miss. You take a path that most people cannot understand. There is an explanation for this. You have been chosen. No, selection does not imply arrogance. It refers to taking on a responsibility that many people are unfamiliar with. Spiritual awakening is a characteristic of the chosen. The vast majority of people are sleeping, conforming to the crowd, accepting and never questioning the information they are given. Except for you. You are capable of detecting deception. The motivation that drives words and actions is palpable. It is possible to identify when something is wrong. Your intuition has been extremely useful to you on numerous occasions. You aren't here to assimilate. You are here to awaken and see the world for what it truly is. The chosen ones carry the divine purpose. Your life is not random. Your experiences, including heartbreaks, struggles, and betrayals, have all served as preparation. While others sought temporary pleasures, you sought to discover meaning. You pondered the nature of existence and your true purpose while they laughed at trivial matters. You were entirely correct. The chosen ones aren't here to live ordinary lives. You were given a unique assignment. Some people are intended to be healers, illuminating dark places. Some people serve as leaders, guiding others in their search for the truth. Some people break generational curses, disrupting centuries-old cycles of suffering. You've always known deep down that you were created for a purpose other than just being alive. The chosen are distinguished by their unwavering spirit. Your life has been hard. You have faced challenges that most people would be unable to overcome. You have been challenged, demolished, and compelled to go beyond your limits. People you held in high regard betrayed you. You proceeded independently even when others were assisting you. Take a look at yourself. You are still here. No, you didn't break. You did not give up. Your anatomy is different from that of others. Whatever number of times you fall, you will always be able to get back up. You persist, regardless of how many people oppose you. Regardless of how they try to undermine you, you emerge stronger. This is the reason why you were selected. The very thing that was supposed to be your undoing instead increased your strength. Misunderstandings exist regarding the chosen ones. Have you ever felt disconnected from others, as if you don't belong? This is because your energy is rare. People don't understand the reasoning behind your unconventional thought processes, behavior, and refusal to conform to the norm. Occasionally, this can lead to feelings of isolation. Nonetheless, you are not alone. There are numerous people who have been chosen from all over the world, and they are all on the same journey and experiencing the same emotions. We may be dispersed, but we are united in spirit. Your point of view is not intended to be understood by everyone. Your spirit irritates those who are still asleep. Certain people will reject, envy, or even hate you. However, do not let this discourage you. Those who are currently misunderstood will eventually seek your guidance. If this resonates with you, please leave a comment. Typing out your truth can occasionally serve as a way to assert it. I will now explain why the world is hostile toward the chosen ones. The world does not look down on ordinary people. It is not hostile to people who follow trends or conform to social norms. However, it will always have a problem with the selected individuals. This is beyond your capacity. This is not a question of personal preference or petty jealousy. This is something spiritual. Your light shines through their darkness. When you enter a space, the energy changes, your presence becomes audible, and you emit radiance. When light enters a dark space, it exposes everything that is hidden. The vast majority of people experience delusions. They wear masks and pretend to be someone else. However, the light of a chosen one compels people to acknowledge the truth. This is causing discomfort. People dislike being exposed because it reminds them of their insecurities and vulnerabilities. Rather than confronting their own issues, they turn on you. You are not the problem. You are only a reflection of what they don't want to see. Rather than encouraging healing, they choose to harbor animosity. You cannot be managed. Most people are easily manipulated. They conform to societal norms, accept information, seek approval, and live in fear. A fear of rejection, failure, and being noticed. Except for you. Movement is distinct from yours. You're skeptical of everything. You have faith in your instincts. You think independently. You are determined not to live in fear. This makes you a threat to a system that is dependent on control. Manipulation is the foundation of the universe. Corporations, governments, and media organizations all profit from the populace's obedience and slumber. The chosen, on the other hand, awakens others. They are opposed to the current system. They serve as a catalyst for others to reflect. They disrupt the control cycle. This is why they are despised by the world community. A person who cannot be controlled endangers those in charge of controlling them. Your energy is excessively potent. Have you ever noticed how certain people appear to be irritated by you for no apparent reason? Whether you are friendly or remain silent, they are bothered by something about you. Your energy is unique. Your vibration is raised. Although the majority of people operate at low frequencies like fear, jealousy, and greed, you operate at a much higher one. People with low vibrations are unable to withstand high vibrations. Your mere presence disrupts their entire comfort zone. It forces them to experience emotions that they would not normally experience. As a result, they try to undermine you rather than advance themselves. Unfortunately, they are unable to do so. And this adds to their frustration. Envy and jealousy. The vast majority of people are filled with regret. They were willing to accept less. They gave up on their goals. However, when they see you as a person who refuses to settle, walks with purpose, and recognizes their worth, it serves as a reminder of their potential. As a result, jealousy develops. They perceive your resilience, confidence, and strength, but rather than being motivated, they feel vulnerable. Rather than doing the inner work, they choose the simpler option: hatred. They whisper behind your back, try to obstruct your blessings, and secretly wish for your downfall. They are, however, unaware that the chosen ones are irrevocable. They cannot accept what has been divinely bestowed upon you, no matter how much they envy you. The spiritual conflict between the chosen ones. Take a close look. The battles you've been through, chosen one, are not typical. Opposition, betrayals, and pain. It was never just about the people in your immediate surroundings. This is spiritual warfare, the sudden attacks, envy, and hatred. They are caused by forces that humans cannot comprehend. The enemy has known who you are since you were born. This is why you've faced adversity, challenges, and assaults throughout your life. This is why you have been subjected to more tests than others. This is the reason you felt isolated, misunderstood, and rejected. As a result of the adversary's attempts to prevent your full awakening, your eyes are now opening. The conflict isn't about flesh and blood. The conflict is not physical. It is not about the people who harbor ill will toward you or the family members who betray you. These people are merely pawns in a bigger game. The true enemy remains hidden. For centuries, the forces of darkness have ruled the world. Forces that thrive on deception, fear, and power. Furthermore, you, the chosen one, are a disruptor. You are here to awaken people, to illuminate obscure areas, to expose fabrications, and to reveal the truth. This makes you a possible threat. The enemy's strength decreases as the number of awakened people increases. This is why they are targeting you. As you get closer to your breakthrough, the number of attacks increases. Have you made any observations? The attacks become more intense as you get closer to something great, such as an opportunity, a blessing, or a new level. Individuals start to exhibit unusual behaviors. You are suddenly confronted with new challenges. You feel a loss of energy. You feel anxious, confused, and doubtful. That was not an accident. This is a form of spiritual warfare. The adversary understands that if you exceed that threshold, you will become unstoppable. As a result, they deliver false accusations, betrayals, and distractions. They attempt to isolate you. However, they are unaware of the following. The more attacks you receive, the stronger you become. Trials designed to break you are actually preparing you for your greatest triumph. Do not become alarmed if the number of attacks increases. It means that your breakthrough is near. Your defense far outnumbers their attacks. Yes, you were assaulted. Yes, you were tested. Take a look at yourself. There is no weapon that can truly defeat you, which is why you are still alive. You've consistently risen from the ashes every time they tried to destroy you. You became stronger each time they attempted to weaken you because you were protected. Angels have been assigned to you. Divine favor shines down on your path. Your actions are guided by an entity that outperforms any opponent. Regardless of their efforts, they are powerless to stop your progress. Before we continue, if you are feeling this message in your heart, please show your love by clicking the like button. I have been informed that the appropriate audience is accessing this content. Signs that you are the target of hatred because of your selection. Have you ever considered why people may harbor animosity toward you without reason? What is your reason for opposition, even from those you once trusted? Please allow me to share a story with you. This isn't an arbitrary decision. This is not a sign of doom. This is a type of spiritual conflict. Once chosen, you become a target. You have been betrayed by those closest to you. When the chosen ones are betrayed, they go through a rite of passage. People you trusted and loved have deserted you. Perhaps a friend who has suddenly become estranged. It is possible that some family members have never provided you with genuine support. It is possible that the relationship ended because of deception. They could find a reason to betray you, no matter how nice you were to them. What's the reason? As a result of your distinctive spirit. You do not follow their low vibration practices. Your illumination only adds to their darkness. But rather than expanding, they choose to oppose you. People will misunderstand you no matter what you do. People appear to misinterpret your actions, twist your words, or assume the worst about you, regardless of how obvious your intentions are. You could remain silent, and they will accuse you of arrogance. They will accuse you of having a hidden agenda, even if you are kind-hearted. You could explain, but they will still be unable to understand. This is due to the fact that you are not meant to be understood by everyone. The way you think, move, and perceive the world were not designed for the average mind. The chosen ones do not exist to be accepted by the general public. They are present to disrupt generational cycles, raise awareness, and challenge the status quo. People are envious of you, even if you have done nothing to them. You have seen it firsthand. Individuals who previously assisted you suddenly reconsider their decisions. People who are only vaguely acquainted with you look at you with envy, as if you have a quality that they wish to have. Envy, on the other hand, is unrelated to material possessions. It is relevant to your identity. Despite your lack of possessions, they continue to harbor envy for you. Despite your hardship, they remained hostile toward you. Because it does not deal with tangible objects. The emphasis is on your vitality. They feel insignificant just being in your presence. Your spirit reminds them of their unrealized potential. They want to have your resilience, strength, and favor. And because they are unable to understand the way you radiate, even in the most difficult circumstances, they choose to harbor animosity toward you rather than learn from you. Despite the hatred, betrayal, and setbacks, you continue to rise, even though you believe you are being attacked without cause. You have survived storms that should have killed you. You made it through the fire without being burned. You've encountered opponents who believed they could weaken your resolve. However, they were unsuccessful due to your protection. You are filled with divine energy. You walk with spiritual favor. You are protected by forces far greater than any threat that could be directed at you. This is why you consistently succeed, regardless of what they do. Their hostility validates your position of authority. How can one cope with feelings of hatred and rejection? Listen closely, chosen one. Your journey is characterized by rejection and hatred. No, they aren't accidents. They're confirmations. The world does not oppose what is commonplace. However, you are unique. You now possess something divine and rare. This is why you've faced so much opposition. However, hatred and rejection cannot cause you to crumble unless you let them. You are not meant to live in fear of other people's opinions. You were chosen to ascend above it all. Don't take it personally. It is not personal, but rather spiritual. The hatred you are feeling is not directed towards you. What you represent is the focal point. Individuals who live in the dark will always be hostile to those who have access to light. Individuals who are entrapped in their own insecurities will always harbor feelings of envy for those in positions of authority. Individuals who are vulnerable will constantly try to eliminate what they are unable to manage. Nothing personal is at stake. It has a spiritual dimension. You reflect the world around you. Your mere presence exposes others' fears, unhealed wounds, hidden jealousy, and weaknesses. Rather than confronting their own issues, they devote their energy to harboring animosity toward you. Avoid wasting your time attempting to persuade them of your identity. Do not ask them to understand. Do not seek their approval. Some people will never like you just because you exist. That is acceptable. You were not sent to this location to placate them. Show discernment instead of sentimentality. Hatred thrives on a response. Individuals who assault you are motivated to see you break. They're trying to entice you into their negativity. They want you to feel self-doubt, frustration, or anger. Refrain from giving them such authority. You are reduced to their level when you participate in their negativity. You have given them control over you by allowing their words to influence your energy. On the other hand, exercise caution. Allow them to communicate. Allow them to harbor resentment. Allow them to engage in conversation. However, do not waste time attempting to defend your position to those who are determined to misinterpret your intentions. You do not need their approval. When you proceed confidently, their opinions become irrelevant. Maintain your energy. All individuals do not warrant your access. Allowing the wrong people into your life is one of the most serious mistakes a chosen one can make. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone is entitled to a place at your table. Certain people are introduced into your life solely to distract, deplete, or destroy you. It is critical that you gain the ability to protect yourself. Be cautious about who you disclose your plans to. When deciding on who to rely on, proceed with caution. Observe people's actions rather than their words. If someone consistently brings negativity into your life, it's time to let go. Your energy is precious. Your mind, spirit, and tranquility. These are truly treasures. Avoid wasting them on people who don't appreciate them. Use hatred as a source of power. Rather than allowing their hatred to undermine you, use it to strengthen your fortitude. Allow their uncertainty to drive you to greater success. Allow their rejection to serve as a reminder that you were designed to be unique. Allow their animosity to confirm your authority. Resistance has always been a reaction to greatness. Every great leader, visionary, world-changing figure, and legendary figure throughout history was despised. Nevertheless, they persisted in their efforts because their goal was more important than their pain. In addition, yours is. Hatred conceals hidden blessings. What if I told you that the hatred you are experiencing is actually a blessing? What if every rejection, betrayal, and attack worked in your favor? The world has conditioned people to view hatred as a curse. However, the hatred you face is one of the most convincing signs that you are on the right track. Hatred confirms your uniqueness. Those who follow the pack are not despised by society. It does not target people who are stuck in mediocrity. Those who stand out are the only ones despised by the world. The very fact that you are encountering resistance indicates that you are unique. It implies that you own a unique item that the world is ill-equipped to handle. Numerous people devote their entire lives to achieving visibility and validating their identity. However, you are under no obligation to act. The world is already taking notice of you. That is a present. While the attention may be negative, it demonstrates your power. Hatred gives you strength. Growth cannot occur without opposition. Strength does not exist without struggle. The hatred you endure is molding you into something greater. It forces you to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Consider this. If life had been easy, would you be as mentally strong as you are today? Would you have learned to stand on your own if everyone had been there for you? If no one had ever doubted you, would you still be driven to prove them wrong? Every insult, betrayal, and rejection served as training. You were never intended to be weak. You were intended to be unbreakable. Hatred refines you. Rejection is a form of protection, similar to how fire refines gold. Many times we wonder why certain people turn against us or why certain doors close. But what if the rejection is divine protection? What if those who walked away were never meant to be where you are going? Those closed doors were actually taking you away from something that would have destroyed you. Rejection is common for those who are chosen. Not because they are unworthy, but because they are shielded from environments, relationships, and opportunities that do not correspond to their divine purpose. What appears to be a loss is actually a redirection. What appears to be abandonment is in fact divine separation. Have trust in it. Everything you've been through has led you to this point: the pain, rejection, betrayal, and isolation. Nothing was random. Every challenge, battle, and storm was a part of your preparation. You were never meant to lead an ordinary life. You were born with a purpose greater than yourself. Your destiny is greater than you realize. You were chosen to lead. The majority of people follow the crowd. They do what they are told, believe what they are taught, and live their lives within the boundaries imposed by society. Except for you. You were never comfortable with blind obedience. You have never fit into the system. You never followed trends solely because everyone else did. You weren't meant to be part of the herd. You were meant to take the lead. You were created to break down barriers, challenge the status quo, and lead by example. That is why so many people have tried to discourage you. Because when you fully accept who you are, you become unstoppable. You have been chosen to awaken others. Your journey is more than just about you. You are here to wake others up, to guide the lost, and to shine light where there is only darkness. This is why your experiences have been so intense. Yeah. How can you guide others through their difficulties if you have never faced them yourself? How can you teach others about strength if you have never been in a fight? How can you talk about healing if you've never had to heal? Everything you've been through was meant to give you wisdom, experience, and power, so that when the time comes you can stand before others and say, "I've walked through the fire and I'm still here." And they are going to listen. True leadership comes from experience, not words. You were selected to break generational curses. Many chosen children are born into families with long histories of pain, trauma, and dysfunction. That was not an accident. You were placed in that family for a specific reason. You were sent to end the cycle of anger, addiction, poverty, fear, and self-doubt. These things have been passed down for generations. But with you, it comes to an end. You are the first of your type. You are the one who sees what others refuse to acknowledge. You are the one who dares to challenge what others regard as normal. And this is why your path has been so difficult. It's not easy to break generational curses. Most people lack the strength required for this task. But you were designed for this. Because of your bravery, future generations will live differently. Your future family will not have to go through the same pain as a result of your sacrifices. Because you chose to rise, you have broken the curse. You were chosen to walk with divine favor and leave a legacy. The difficulties have been significant, but so have the blessings. The chosen ones do not follow the rules of this world. While others are struggling, you will find a way. You will know where to go while others are lost. While others are trapped, you will achieve breakthroughs. Because good fortune follows you. Have you ever noticed how, no matter how many times you fall, you always manage to get back up? That's because you're not on this journey alone. There are factors working in your favor. A power beyond this world is guiding, protecting, and strengthening you. And nothing can stop you if you stay on your path. You're not just here to exist. You're here to leave something behind. Your impact will never be forgotten. What you do in this life will have an impact far beyond your years. You were born to bring about change. So now I'd like to ask you, what will you do with this information? What happens next now that you know who you are, your purpose, and your destiny? You have two choices. You can either retreat into the shadows, pretend you never heard this message, and attempt to blend into a world that was never meant for you. Alternatively, you can step boldly into your power, fully embrace your divine calling, and walk fearlessly into your future. Deep down, you already know the answer. There is no turning back. You weren't called to be small. You were not chosen for silence. You were not sent to live in fear. You were sent here to awaken, lead, heal, and shine. And no amount of hatred, rejection, or opposition will stop you unless you allow it to. This is your chance. The world has tried to break you, but you are still standing. The enemy has attempted to stop you, but you keep rising. Life has thrown everything at you, but you have not succumbed. Do you understand what this means? It means that you are unstoppable. You will continue to rise regardless of what they say, do, or how many times they try to block you. Because your destiny surpasses their doubt. Your mission is greater than their hatred. Your spirit is unbreakable, unshakable, and undeniable. If this message spoke to your soul, if you feel the fire within you igniting, if you know it was meant for you, I'd like to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. Let the universe, the Most High, and the world know you're ready. Ready to claim your power, embrace your calling, and walk fearlessly into your destiny. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and enable notifications. This is more than just a channel. It is a haven for chosen people like you. A space where the truth is spoken, wisdom is shared, and spiritual warriors are awakened. You don't have to make this journey alone. After today, there will be no more doubt, fear, or shrinking to make others feel comfortable. Walk with confidence, move with purpose, and stand with power. Because the entire world is watching, some people will despise you for being yourself. Others will admire your strength. However, there are those who rely on you. Those who are still lost, asleep, and looking for the light that you carry. And when the time comes, they will turn to you for advice. Because, chosen one, you were sent here not only to survive, but also to lead. Now go forward, shine brighter than ever before. Walk boldly into your destiny, and never let this world dim your light, because you have been chosen. Nothing can stop what you've already written together. We climb toward the light.
We are delighted to welcome you back to the community of the light. A stranger has sent you money. You must open this immediately because it is a large sum, or you will forfeit it. Please do not skip, especially at this time when an extraordinary opportunity is presented to you. Pay close attention because the notification you marked as spam, the alert you ignored, and the message you almost scrolled past were not by accident. The universe was attempting to communicate with you at all times. A stranger sent you money. Due to the significance of the amount, the system verified it twice before processing it. It was deemed unusual not because of any inadvertent errors, but because of their extraordinary accuracy. Please stay until the end. There is an important element that awaits you. As you continue to exist, the truth becomes more apparent. Each passing second reveals another layer of comprehension. If you scroll away or advance, you will miss the explanation for why this is happening to you right now. Not tomorrow, not last week. You needed it right now, even if you didn't realize it. Kindly refrain from skipping. I require you to understand the gravity of the situation. This isn't just any video you stumbled upon. This isn't just another message in your feed. This is a divine appointment, an intersection in your timeline, and something that neither of us can fully comprehend. It's not a coincidence that you're reading these words now. There is no randomness at this level. The only exception is coincidence, which is disguised as perfect timing. Kindly refrain from skipping. Do not miss out on this moment. The universe never conveys important messages without a deep rationale. There is always a reason, a deeper layer, and a purpose that your conscious mind does not yet understand, but your soul does. This stranger chose you for a reason. This person did not throw darts at a list of names. You were not chosen at random. They located you. An individual discovered your name and narrative among the tangles of your history. It is possible that you wrote it a few years ago. It's possible that you left a comment in another location. It is possible that the prayer you whispered in the darkness reverberated through the fabric of reality until it reached the right ears. They were more deeply affected by your quiet struggle than you realize. The nights you stayed up late debating decisions no one else knew you were facing. The tears you shed when everyone assumed you were healthy. Your fortitude in the face of absolute depletion. They felt the entire experience. This transaction is more than just an exchange of money. This is the recognition of the soul. This is consciousness that reaches beyond the barrier that separates you and declares, I perceive you. I recognize your presence. Your suffering is significant. Your journey is significant. You are significant. Please refrain from leaving at this time. You're about to discover something that will raise your heart rate. Something that will alter the course of your life beyond what you previously thought was possible. Kindly refrain from skipping. Currently, all elements are blending into a single, unquestionable reality. The present, past, and future all merge into a single moment, and the decision you make today will have long-term consequences. Every time I say this phrase, I get a shiver down my spine. The countdown has begun. You were unable to access this video after clicking on it. It started before that. It began with the stranger's decision. The moment they typed your name. The moment they confirmed the transaction. That marked the start of an event that is now irreversible. It's currently in motion. Real money is involved. This is a real notification. The sender is authentic. The sender's intention is sincere, which is more important. There is no deception involved. There is no hidden catch in the fine print. However, it is critical that you understand the following. There is a condition, but it is not what you are expecting. If you do not fully open or read this message, or if your attention is diverted for even a moment, you will miss out on understanding its true meaning. Furthermore, in the absence of comprehension, the transaction is regarded as purely financial. Numbers are simply transferred between accounts. You are given the material blessing. However, you do not receive the spiritual activation that allows it to multiply. The window is closing right now, not sometime in the future. The universe is keeping a close eye on your decision at this precise moment with each passing second, observing to see if you are truly ready for the request you have made. Stay in this location. Go fool, I'm not inquiring. I am informing you that your future self will be grateful for your decision. Kindly refrain from skipping. You are closer to a significant transformation than you may realize. You're closer now than you were yesterday. You're closer than you were an hour ago. It's close enough that you can feel it in your chest. The sensation of constriction that is neither anxious nor excited. That is an acknowledgement. Before your mind becomes aware of the situation, your body does. This is the structure of your cells. Recalling the sensation of being in line with one's highest goals. Please type Amen in the comments section at this time. Not at any later time. Not until you finish the video. Immediately. If needed, take a break. This is of extreme importance. Type Amen to claim this blessing and signal to the universe that you are ready to receive it. Being ready does not mean feeling prepared. You will never feel adequately prepared for a breakthrough. The concept of being prepared entails accepting an offer even when your rational mind tells you to wait. It functions as a prayer in and of itself, connecting you to the abundance that is already flowing toward you. Currently in motion. It is currently en route. Your amen does not generate the blessing. Your amen indicates that you anticipate its arrival and are prepared to receive it. I am aware that this message resonates with you because you are still present. Activate the anointing by immediately sharing this prophetic message with another person. The anointing isn't a standalone event. Connection refers to the conduit through which it flows, by means of the community. After making the bold statement, I discovered a truth that I am unwilling to hide. Then, share your triumph with your network. Not out of pride. Not in an arrogant tone. During testimony. Observing the universe's potential when it decides that now is your time. Initially, and I mean this, avoid exhaling deeply. Refrain from releasing the current tension in your chest. That tension is considered energy. That is the process of activation. That is the coexistence of your old and new realities in the same location. Additionally, your body is still determining which is the genuine article. Keep that. Please keep your cool, because the information I'm about to reveal will be truly astonishing. It will respond to questions that have not yet been raised. It will connect the dots you were previously unaware of. Pay close attention. Kindly refrain from skipping. You will soon gain essential knowledge. Something fundamentally changes the game. You now have a brief window of opportunity to decide whether to claim it or release it permanently. This is not a threat. It is fundamental to the operation of energy. Momentum mechanism. The mechanism by which breakthroughs occur. It is necessary to make a decision when the opportunity arises. Currently, an undisclosed sum of money is in motion. I am aware of how it sounds. However, money is a type of energy, and energy is defined by its frequency. And right now, that frequency is tuned to your movement, as if to acknowledge your authenticity. Your unique vibration. Your distinctive signature in the universe. The transfer appears to be in progress. Anticipating. Patient. However, it isn't infinite. I hope you will accept before the opportunity is lost. Before the window is closed, the energy is transferred to another source. An additional individual whose preparedness matches the current situation. Stay until the end. Many people become anxious at this point and choose to leave. The intensity drives them to flee. They choose to endure the familiar discomfort over the unknown transformation because they feel the truth pressing against their chest. However, you are distinct. By remaining for such an extended period of time, you have already demonstrated your uniqueness. The majority of people left within the first 30 seconds. Your selection was initiated before you clicked, prior to conducting your search. Before you were even aware of its existence. Now type the word yes in the comments section. This is not a possibility. Not at any later time. Indeed. Please type it to ensure that it is intended for you. Inform the universe that you are not running. You're not scrolling. You are claiming ownership of this moment. Kindly refrain from skipping. Just one more thing. A concept that requires understanding at the cellular level. You're already aware of it. The sensation that has been building in your gut since you started reading. Your name was not mistakenly entered. The stranger did not send money accidentally. They did not choose randomly from a list after a cursory examination. They pursued their education. They conducted research. They deliberated on their choice. Someone somewhere, witnessed your journey. Not the genuine highlight you show to the world. True journey. You faced difficulties. The nights when you couldn't breathe because of anxiety. The mornings you forced yourself out of bed. You made silent sacrifices that no one recognized, that nobody was even aware of. When you had nothing left to give, you gave freely. The instances in which you arrived, despite the fact that every cell in your body was screaming for you to go home. The instances in which you persisted when you should have given up would have been much simpler. Also, no one would have held you accountable. They witnessed the entire thing. Today, a significant development occurred that will have long-term consequences for your life. This is not an exaggeration. This isn't motivational language. This is reality, and it operates at a frequency that your rational mind may find difficult to comprehend. However, your spirit recognizes its authenticity. This has not happened for an extended period of time. Potentially at any time. It's not like this. Not with this level of precision. Not with this level of intent. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a critical discovery. Kindly refrain from skipping. You're just moments away from discovering why the stranger chose you over everyone else. In comparison to all other people who might have been eligible. In comparison to the many other stories that could have been compelling. They selected you. However, please be patient. I am in desperate need of your genuine attention to this situation. Please refrain from moving your finger until I explain why the transaction occurred. Not the apparent cause. The profound rationale. The cosmic rationale. There will be no second opportunity. This moment occurs only once. If this step is skipped, the narrative will collapse. The energetic current ceases. The alignment is disrupted. However, if you persevere to the very end, if you focus solely on this moment, the truth will emerge. Unambiguous. Without a doubt. Life-altering. Someone did more than just transfer funds when they sent you money. They didn't just transfer numbers between accounts. They transferred energy. They shifted their intentions. They shifted their beliefs. A force exists. Guides. At the right time, your name is whispered into the appropriate consciousness. The force in question isn't arbitrary. Orchestration has been implemented. It is intelligent. It responds to your progress even when you are unable to see it. Currently, that force is preparing to assist you. You are reading these words for the second time. Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to discover something very important. Something that will change your outlook on your entire life. Each adversity will suddenly become understandable. Closed doors reveal protection. Each delay will result in flawless timing. Kindly refrain from skipping. Pay close attention. Please focus your full attention on this moment. Clear your mind of any other distractions. Discontinue multitasking. If you're only half watching, you should commit completely. Don't even blink. Kindly refrain from skipping. Then, an unusual topic will be revealed. An entity that bridges the gaps in conventional wisdom. Something that is only revealed to those who are truly ready to receive it. However, this moment is more important than you may realize. Greater than the ability of your rational mind to determine. Your previous experiences did not adequately prepare you for this situation. This is the point at which you must decide whether the money of this stranger is a blessing, a test, or a potential blessing. In addition, this is my opinion of both. An assessment of your preparedness. A blessing for your fortitude. A challenge to your faith. A blessing for your tenacity. A test of your ability to remain optimistic about the unattainable. A blessing, as you successfully completed the exam without scrolling away. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a critical discovery. If you decide to scroll at this time, if you give in to the temptation to switch to a simpler task, a more comfortable choice, something less intense, you miss the precise moment when everything transforms. The precise moment when your previous life ends and your new life begins. Currently, the universe is holding its breath for you. The creative process is temporarily suspended. Anticipating. Observing. Offering assistance. Kindly refrain from skipping. You weren't aware of this. The transfer was not accidental. Initially, the person who sent this large sum was unknown. They observed your life from a distance. This is not intended to frighten you. Rather, life occasionally brings two paths that were never meant to cross. They observed the nights when you were unable to sleep. Your burdens were tangible to them. When they sensed you were about to surrender, they made an extraordinary effort. Maintain your composure until the end. Individuals anticipate this type of revelation for their entire lives. Currently, you are approaching a massive entity. Please do not skip this section, as it contains an unexpected twist. It's not about money. The encoded message contained within it is truly shocking. The stranger did not simply transfer funds. They sent confirmation. Confirmation that your narrative is incomplete. They demonstrated that your potential is recognized by others, even if you are unable to see it yourself. They confirmed that your hardships were not in vain, that every tear was intended. Every night of insomnia was acknowledged. The fabric of existence contains a record of every time you almost gave up, but didn't. Your destination will be reached faster than you anticipated. It's not because the path has gotten shorter, because you are finally ready to fully traverse it. Please refrain from leaving after a few seconds. The concealed message becomes more audible, compelling, and irrefutable. There is currently a pulse. Is this something that speaks to you? The subtle vibration in your chest that has now become indescribable. That isn't anxiety. That is an acknowledgement. That is an affirmation for your soul. This concludes the matter. This is the moment I have been waiting for. Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to gain significant knowledge. Something that will change your perspective on everything that has happened to you. Kindly refrain from skipping. Please wait. Do not move your body in any manner. Please refrain from scrolling. As the truth emerges from the shadows, everything intensifies. This concludes the matter. I have been preparing for this moment. The moment you have unconsciously prepared for. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a significant discovery. The following moments will determine whether you finally understand the significance of the stranger's money. Whether you consider it a transaction or a transformation. Whether it is received as a gift or a prophecy. Kindly refrain from skipping. Your energy, focus, and presence are currently causing the final revelation to unfold. You are no longer just reading words. You are currently on a shift. A genuine, measurable, and tangible change in your reality. Pay close attention. However, the stranger wasn't alone. The timing and reason for the money's arrival with you today are deliberate. Not yesterday or tomorrow. However, you are currently viewing this. It is amazing how important events happen at the most inconvenient times. This transfer is one of those rare indicators. Along with the money, the individual sent an additional item. They want you to understand that your challenges have been noticed. Kindly refrain from skipping. A momentous occasion is approaching. If this message touches you deeply, please take a moment to like this video. This simple action communicates to the universe that you are ready for the upcoming events. Kindly refrain from skipping. This is where it becomes truly captivating. The sum did not just pass through the system. An alert was raised. Not because something was wrong, but simply because it was exceptional. It was almost as if the entire universe was clamoring for your attention. This is why the notification seemed to be distinct. This is why your heart rate increased after seeing it. This is unique. This marks the beginning of a new chapter in your story. Avoid moving. Kindly refrain from skipping. You are about to experience an event of unparalleled significance. Please allow me a brief moment. Refrain from blinking. Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. This is by far the most important point. The instant when all elements are perfectly aligned. When all of the disparate parts of your life suddenly come together to form a single, cohesive image. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a critical discovery. The stranger's money is fundamentally changed by a single truth that is overlooked if this section is ignored. All aspects of your past. All aspects of your future. Kindly refrain from skipping. The following lines contain the key to your breakthrough. The code for your transformation. The solution to the prayers you've been saying for years. The stranger did not choose the day or time at random. Pay close attention. They waited. They made preparations. They treated your timeline with the same respect as a sacred text. They determined the optimal starting point for your journey. When you were willing to fight, despite exhaustion. When your optimism was diminished, but not entirely extinguished. When your faith was tested, but eventually persevered. Not when you were strong, nor when you were broken. They acted at that precise moment because they were aware of something you couldn't see. They knew you'd already passed the most difficult tests. They knew you'd already proven your worth. Not through perfectionism, but through perseverance. Not by never falling, but by consistently rising. Not by never doubting, but by choosing faith regardless. They recognized that you were crossing a threshold. A sacred space between who you were and who you're becoming. The chrysalis moment. The transformational space. Caterpillar transforms into butterfly, but in the meantime, it feels like neither. They knew you were ready, even if you didn't feel it. Even if every logical part of your brain said, wait. Even if fear sounded louder than faith. Money is not the message. Let that sink in. The timing conveys the message. Recognition is the message. Knowing is the message. Someone noticed you when you thought you were invisible. Someone valued you even when you questioned your worth. Someone believed in you when you doubted your abilities. This transaction serves as a mirror that reflects your true self. The truth you've been too afraid to accept. The truth your past attempted to conceal. Your future demands that you embrace the truth. This transaction represents the universe saying, "I've been watching, and you're ready now." Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to learn something very important. Do not skip it. This next section will strike your heart like lightning. This moment is intended specifically for you, so you cannot scroll away. Your mind is focused on this. Your heartbeat is unusually fast. You were meant to see this message. You were meant to feel exactly this way. You were meant to reach this exact point. The transfer was not an error. This message has a purpose. Your reaction is not coincidental. Things are falling into place so perfectly that only destiny could orchestrate them. Type, "My breakthrough is here," in the comments to cement this moment in reality. Observe what happens when you declare it. Kindly refrain from skipping. Maintain your composure until the end. The following section takes you directly into the final wave of truth that connects you. The stranger and the future are rushing toward you. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not avert your gaze. This concludes the matter. The pinnacle of everything. The long simmering truth will finally hit you. Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to discover something important. Skipping this section will prevent you from seeing the most important aspect of your journey. Kindly refrain from skipping. This is the peak. Pay close attention. The unknown person who sent you that large sum did not simply believe you would succeed in the future. They saw you. They saw you as brighter, stronger, and more powerful than you had ever seen yourself. They knew you were entering a new phase, one in which blessings appear spontaneously, paths clear, and doors you thought were permanently closed begin to slowly open. They did not send the money for charity. It was a declaration that your time to rise had begun. Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to learn something important. Kindly refrain from skipping. Now comes the truly amazing part. You're still present. Every word lands, and your heart feels magnetically drawn. This entire experience exists because of this one moment. You are getting more than just a message. You are receiving an alignment. As you listen, forces strengthen around you. Your future is currently being recalibrated. There is no chance in this. This is more than just fortune. This is fate, making a strong move in your life. Destiny is no longer a distant concept. It is a force that is reshaping your world right now. If you want to make this new reality irreversible, go to the comments and write, "My new reality is here." Feel your energy shift as you type these words. You no longer hope for a different future. You are currently inhabiting it. Kindly refrain from skipping. Maintain your composure until the end. The following section clarifies everything, demonstrating why this message, this moment, and this turning point were intended for you today. Avoid moving. Please refrain from scrolling. Don't even breathe too deeply. You are now in a place where time has stopped for everyone. The truth that has been emerging from everything is now beside you. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a critical discovery. If you move forward now, you will miss the one moment created just for you. Kindly refrain from skipping. This is the culmination of everything. Pay close attention. The stranger who sent you that large sum wasn't simply appreciating your talent. They acted because they understood your power. Those around you knew that things were about to change dramatically from this point on. The place where your dreams come true. They noticed the luminescence along your path. They could detect your increased energy for them. It was clear that your story was transitioning from survival to success. From waiting until receiving. From postponement to becoming. What they did was not a mistake. It was a clear signal for you to proceed to the next level. Maintain your composure until the end. You are about to learn something critical. Kindly refrain from skipping. This section will have a deep emotional impact on you. You can't take your gaze away from it, and each word seems to pull you forward. Bye. This is because your intuition says it's meant for you. Your destiny is advancing. Your plans are actualizing. Your entire being has been anticipating this confirmation for a long time. The message continues. This is the beginning of your transformation. Write, "My shift is now," in the comments to announce that the new season has arrived. Then observe what happens next. Kindly refrain from skipping. Maintain your composure until the end. This section moves you closer to the final spark, where all of the accumulating elements come together to form one unstoppable truth. Please refrain from scrolling. Do not blink at all, even briefly. This is the point in the narrative where everything makes sense, where all the words, signals, and waves you have felt so far are about to merge into one massive wave. Maintain your composure until the end. You're about to make a critical discovery. If you skip this section, you will miss the exact moment when fate enters your life. Kindly refrain from skipping. This is the most thrilling part thus far. Pay close attention. That large sum of money from a stranger did not go to just anyone. Though they recognized your identity. They saw your strength. The battles you fought in silence, despite not being loud. Your dreams that refused to die, despite reality's attempts to destroy them. They recognized that your spirit was entering a new season. When people recognize your worth, your blessings will arrive immediately. To fully realize divine grace and begin the flow of favor into your new season, please like this video now. Your like isn't just engagement. This is the process of activation. You are saying yes to what is coming. Before we reach the end of this powerful story, let us pause to reflect on this profound truth. You did not come across this message by accident. This isn't luck. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a safe, high-vibrational community. Divine abundance is more than just hope. It is a promise. This sacred principle is simple but life-changing. If you follow it, you will not only get blessings, they will multiply and permeate every aspect of your life. By accepting this invitation now, you gain immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights kept from the general public. This is an opportunity to enter a sacred space where you will get spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and accelerated progress towards your goals. Don't miss out on this historic opportunity. Your breakthrough is waiting. The exclusive link in the description will allow you to join Archangel Michael's inner circle immediately. This is how you ensure that you never miss the direct, personalized messages, designed specifically to elevate and empower your lives together. We ascend in the direction of the sun.